What's up everyone, welcome to Versatile Fun Designs. Today is Throwback Thursday, so I have here a set that's no longer available for sale, a retired set. This one is 70841 Benny's Space Squad from the LEGO Movie 2. This is a set that came out in 2019. Yeah, it says so right there. So it's 5 years old at this point, and this set, a lot of people got it just for the minifigures. That's why I got it as well. Let's get right into it. The set comes with an instruction manual that we will not be using, and we don't need instructions for this because you can see everything from the box, as well as 2 unnumbered bags. Everything is obvious here, so let's just put it all together. Alright, I'm pretty much done with the builds. Let's have a look at the minifigures. So according to the box, the minifigures are Kenny, Benny, Lenny, and Jenny. And before this movie, I did not know that these had specific names, but they do apparently. Let's have a look at the first 2. So Kenny, the yellow one, is pretty much your standard LEGO Classic Space minifigure with a thick chin strap, so 2nd generation. All yellow, everything is yellow, including the skin color or flesh color. That's interesting. Notice the nice gold here for Kenny, whereas Benny, on the other hand, he is representing an old or abandoned classic LEGO Space blue astronaut. So this one is not really worn out, but it looks as if it is worn out just because of the way LEGO printed it. And the helmet appears as if it's cracked, but in reality it's not cracked. It's just an illusion. It's just like this line here that makes it appear as if it's cracked. So that's pretty smart from LEGO. And the reason for this is they used to have thin chin straps way back in the day, like in the early 80s, if you still remember that. And at that point in time, these would crack very easily when kids would play with them. And so this became a meme, and they basically put it in the movie just as a nod to the adults who were watching the movie at the time. So Kenny has no alternative expression because it's just the standard classic yellow smiley face that LEGO had as its first minifigure face for the first 11 years of minifigure history, whereas Benny has an alternative expression where he's very sad, probably because he didn't get his spaceship. Alright, let's have a look at Lenny and Jenny. Here they are. So they're also classic spacemen or spacewomen, however you decide. And yeah, they're very good looking. The printing here, the quality is awesome. I hope that they always will be able to retain this gold. I know it fades away with time, especially if you play with them a lot, but try to keep them in good condition. Again, they do not have any alternative expressions, thick chin straps for both of them. So yeah, very nice collectible figures to get. If you have a chance to get these, and this figure, you might have more of a chance to get it. You do get it while you still can. Then yeah, collect as many of these as you like, because once these go away, they tend to disappear for a few decades before coming back. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And maybe some of you are interested in the builds, especially because they evoke classic space. So let's have a look at those. So first of all, we have this miniature spaceship. It's a pretty simple build. Here it is from all angles. And it uses the classic color scheme, but of course with the light bluish gray and dark bluish gray instead of the original gray that LEGO had from back in the day, which is no longer in production. I do prefer the new gray though, so I think it's an acceptable compromise. And here I really like the classic space print, classic colors, classic everything. It's really nice to get this. Standard steering wheel. Let's put Benny in. I know he's been wanting to drive this spaceship for many years. So yay, he can finally be happy in his spaceship. All right, yeah, there we go. We have this tiny little rover, which can seat 2 minifigures, or 3 if you're very loose with the rules. It's a pretty standard thing, not super exciting, but if you've built something like this in the past, then building something like this again can bring back those memories. That's what it did for me. Like, I built like lots of small LEGO builds like this when I was a child, not this one exactly, but lots of other similar things. So it's nice to sometimes take a break from those giant builds and build something small and watch it come together very quickly. It goes back and forth very nicely. It turns relatively easily. It could be better, but it's pretty small. And here's what the figures look like on the vehicle. And by the way, they're using these new, well, not really new, but these pieces here that have half tile, half plate, so that it's easier to remove the figure without having them be stuck there. So I think that's another improvement. So basically LEGO took a classic set and they made it more modern, and the end result is fantastic. Yeah, just look at that. Yeah, that looks really nice. This color, by the way, did not exist in the past. We had yellow, we had white and blue and red and black and maybe one other color, but we did not have like this pink or magenta classic spaceman or classic space person from Lego. So I don't know if this is the first time they ever appeared in Lego history or where they appeared before, but definitely not from the 80s or 90s. So yeah, very simple buggy, not much else to say about it. There's also some accessories that come with the set. There's this piece here, it's all one piece, or you can use this as a metal detector, there's a walkie-talkie, and then there's this either blaster or laser or measurement device, however you want to interpret it. And you can see what all these look like right here. And for whatever reason, this robot arm could also be interpreted to be an accessory as well. I guess you could consider it to be like a microphone. I kind of see that. And we do get this wrench as well. Finally, I almost forgot to talk about this. There's this tiny little robot. It doesn't have a name in the set itself, but it might have had a name in the movie, I'm not sure. Or you could just give it a name. Actually, I think Benny was actually trying to create this robot. So this robot arm would actually go here, and then you'd have like a complete robot with 2 arms. Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, that's another build. Oh, and I see actually this piece goes here. It's not super easy to see on the box, but it's barely visible that that blue plate goes there. All right, that sums up my thoughts on this set. What do you think? What do you think about the idea of doing a Throwback Thursday video? I'll try to do this every week. I might not have a new set or just a physical set to build every single time. I'll try to do that, but otherwise I'll just talk about throwback concepts, Lego or otherwise. So what do you think about that? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for tuning into Versatile Fun Designs, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.